Okay, so this is a clip, or not a clip, it's 12 minutes. This is a video shared by Oren, so let's. Yeah, definitely have some boundaries, bro. So we'll check this one out. We'll check this clip out.
My name is Bella, welcome back to my channel, and in this video I want to talk about something a little bit controversial, but I feel like this has to be addressed. Recently my videos have been attracting a lot of the passport bro community, and if you don't know what passport bros are, they're basically men who are fed up with the dating lifestyle in the West. They're fed up with the way women are in the West, so they decide to go to other countries such as Southeast Asia or South America or Africa, whatever, just not in the West, to find a girlfriend or a wife or, somebody to have fun with and be on their side. And the thing is that I believe that these passport bros are just betas who have disowned their betaness. They're betas who are not standing up to their betaness. They just don't want to admit it. Okay, and we are going to get into all the details why I think this is this way. And yeah, but before we get started, I also want to say that everybody is allowed to have their own preference, okay? So if you are a man watching me and you are genuinely into, I don't know, Asian women, Mexican women, I don't know, Nigerian women, I don't care. This is your own preference, okay? But if you're genuinely this kind of a person, you would not be on YouTube watching videos like this, and you would not be in the passport bro community, because passport bro community is just men who are being triggered by the Western women. So they go online and hate on all the Western women who are not the way they want them to be, and they're trying to prove to themselves that they can get what they couldn't get in Europe, they can get it in other countries, right? If you're someone.
That's the absolute idiocy. This is the thing where women don't understand. It's like absolute stupid. It's not men being triggered. It's men not finding the women of the same values. Men that care about certain kind of values. Men that want a certain woman that can equate to his investment. This is a thing where women don't understand. They have this. Men have gone through datings and then find out that, you know what? What's the point? What's the point of dating Western women when values don't align? What's the point? A lot of these men find these women, their values don't align, because the video I showed you with the black girl, the cute black chick, talking about all leftist, modern, liberal, feminist ideology. What man wants to deal with that shit? What man wants to deal with that shit? I would not want to deal with a woman that has so many woke liberal ideals. I ain't dealing with that shit. That is miserable. That is annoying to deal with. So no, it's not beta men. No, it's men that have a certain value. They're looking for a certain type of women. Okay? They they're going out to find other types. This is a thing where I think this is the delusion or the propaganda that a lot of Western women are trying to propagate. They're trying to shrink your dating pool. This is the thing. When men have reached, because here, passport bros aren't broke men, or they shouldn't be. If you're a broke man trying to be a passport bro, you're delusional. I can tell you that. I'll be straight up to you. I won't hold it back. If you are a man that is barely scraping by and you are becoming you want to travel the world, you are financially illiterate, financially idiotic. Because then who are you providing for? Who are you going to take care of if you're trying to get a woman in another country? So, in my opinion, true passport bros, they're not financially illiterate. They are doing well. They're either They have their money set up well. They have good, stable jobs, whatever. But these men, they want what they're investing in, right? The women that they want to be with is worth it. Because honestly, dating a lot of Western women, it's not worth it. You hear women say, "Oh, I want a man that provides, protect." Great. But what am I getting for my provision? A woman with attitude? Women with entitlement? Women with expectations? Women that are stuck on perfection? He's not tall enough. He's not good looking enough. He's not charming enough. So, and crazy that Western women are predominantly very into divorces. Right? That's the thing where men also see where, why would I want to date a Western woman when there's a high chance of her divorcing me, of her being bored with me, of her thinking she's settling for me, of her wanting to thinking the grass is greener on the other side. No, this is the thing. It's about values. It's about mindset. Men do not want to deal with the mindset of Western women.
Who is genuinely into this type of woman. You'll be right now, I don't know where, in the Philippines, taking care of your mixed children, having a peaceful life, not on YouTube, considering yourself a passport bro, or involving yourself with this kind of a content. But since you're here, since this video was recommended to you, you are a passport bro, and or you're somebody who is in this community and wants to know more about this, and generally does not like Western women, okay? And these are the people I'm going to be addressing. These are the people who are, in my opinion...
I swear to God. If you look at my subscription, my subscriber, the videos, the creators that subscribe to, I don't subscribe to women. I don't. As people can call me misogynist as you want. Really, it's not because I hate women. It's because I don't like to listen to women talk. I really don't. I rarely find a woman that I like to hear her logic. Rarely ever find a woman that I like to hear her logic, especially when it comes to men and women dynamic. Women make no sense when it comes to men and women dynamics. They're so triggered. They're so emotional. So really, I don't want to hear your emotion. I don't. I don't want to hear your delusional logic. I don't. I don't want to hear your logic that's pretty much based on your emotions. So no, I don't listen to, I don't subscribe to women. I don't really listen to women. So yeah.
Opinion, the disowned betas, the people who genuinely are into different nationality women would just not get involved with Western women at all, right? Not even on YouTube, not on Reddit, not in the comments, nowhere. They would just have their peaceful life. But since they're getting involved, this video is for you. So the reason,
I swear, if Oren didn't give me this video, I would not watch this shit.
The reason why you are going to the other countries to find a woman is because the women in the West are not respecting you, okay? And it's so easy to put the blame on the women, like, oh my god, women are entitled, women are feminists in Western countries, women are not feminine, all the, like, whatever point. It's so easy to point fingers at women, like, she's this, it's the woman's fault, this is the reason why I'm going to Thailand, whatever, to find a woman. See, the thing is...
And yet, you have the gall to put the blame on men, calling them betas. The hypocrisy in that! Oh no! Don't point the fingers at women. Point it at yourself. Which here's the thing. I'm all for self accountability. Yet the hypocrisy when you say don't point your finger at women, but these men are betas. Okay.
Can you just really take a mirror and look at yourself for a while? It's so easy to blame the woman, but can you for once take a look into the mirror and look at yourself? Because if Western women trigger you, if you are not satisfied with the way they function, with the way they are entitled, then they're triggering you, okay? If they would not be triggering you, you would not be a passport bro, okay?
Well, triggering, I wouldn't say triggering, but they are turning a man off. And men, what, he can't be turned off by how the attitudes, the entitlement, the delusion of Western women is insane. Literally, you're turning a man off. It's like, this is the, I I this is why I can't listen to women. You say a man put a mirror to his face, right? Self-reflect. Okay. But here's the thing. Out of the two genders, men and women, it's more likely for men to self-improve than it is for women to self-improve. Women think that they're all that. Women think that they're perfect. Women think that they're 10s. Women literally think that there's 10. I have never met a man in my life, even in my comment sections, even online. I have never met a man that said he was a 10. Never. I don't know about you guys. I have never heard a man, met a man that said he was a 10. Countless women have said they're 10s. Perfect. Men constantly know that they need to self-improve. Constantly. So really, to say that men need to put a mirror to themselves, we have constantly do that. Ever since we've turned teenagers, men have constantly had to put a mirror to themselves. Men have constantly been forced to self-reflect, to take accountability. Constantly. Throughout a man's life, he has constantly been told to, needed, pushed to self-improve. Constantly. It never ends. For a man, it never ends. The need, the desire, the push, the force to self-improve. Women, do you even hear that? Do you even hear women even self-improve, really?
But they're triggering you. And whenever something triggering you, it's because there's something wrong about you. There's something triggering something in you. Okay? So wherever
exactly. Even if a woman is like so shitty, she still thinks she's perfect.
Whenever you experience this kind of a trigger, it's important to take a mirror and ask yourself.
That's why women, in my opinion, have a hard time self-improving, have a hard time self-reflecting, have a hard time taking accountability. Because they do not take a mirror to themselves. When you hear relationships fail, women constantly blame men. They don't never, if ever, blame themselves. They don't ever say what they contributed to the fall of a relationship, of a marriage. Never, if ever.
What part are they triggering in me? And what I have noticed in my life dealing with passport bros is that it's their own insecurities. Either they cannot afford a Western woman, they are not tall enough for a Western woman, they are not successful enough for a Western woman, they're not educated enough. Because let me tell you one thing.
Yeah, it's never enough. It's never enough. It's like, this is the thing where women can't understand. If men see it, dating a Western woman is never enough. Why is it his fault when he wants to find a woman that sees that he is enough? Why? Why is it triggering you as women? Why is it triggering you when a man wants to find a woman that will view him as he's enough? He's good enough. I'm fine with this man. I want this man. I'm not settling for this man because he's good enough. He's good. I'm happy with this man. Because here's the thing, with Western women, it's never enough. It's never perfect enough. It's never good enough.
There are alpha male in women, and alpha male is felt. It doesn't matter if you are a true alpha male, you would not have a single problem getting any woman. Doesn't matter if it's from America, doesn't matter if it's from Europe, doesn't matter if it's from Antarctica, I do not care. If you are a true alpha male, you will not have the slightest.
I think it's ridiculous that women talk about alpha males and beta males. Women are absolutely idiotic. To be honest, I don't really subscribe to, or it's not my talking points. I don't really like to talk about alpha male, beta males like that. I don't, I'm not really into that type of conversation.
Slightest problem getting any woman in this world, but since you are inferior, since you are insecure, and you don't have what it takes to get any woman in this world, you just lower your standards in a way and go to these other countries where you are going to get that masculinity hit because
And then you wonder why men don't want to deal with this. You wonder why men don't want to deal with Western women. You're inferior. You can't get any woman in this world, yet if you lower your standards, you can get a woman in another country. I've seen Asian women, Colombian women, African women, better looking than a lot of Western women. At least a lot of these countries, these women are more fit, friendly, feminine than these entitled, narcissistic, egotistical Western women. How dare you call these men inferior? How dare you call men you don't know inferior? And how dare you say if you lower your standards, you can get women in other countries? Really? Really? You in the same sentence, you insult men and you insult women too. This is the insanity of these Western liberal women. These so-called alpha women. It's like you literally just insult everyone. It don't even matter who they are. Doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. You just insult everyone because you're triggered.
you cannot get that in Western countries. You know, in Western countries, you have to be someone to get that. You have to be educated, you have to make a lot of money, you have to make all this. But since you probably are not on any of this is why you go to these other countries to get women where they are going to respect you. Because in these other countries, you know, if you go to Thailand, if you go to Philippines, if you are a white man or an American man, you're automatically getting worshipped. Why? Because they automatically think that you are bringing Western money. Okay, that you're someone because you're somebody from the West. And these kind of countries, they kind of,
you know, in that sentence, right? I'm pointing to hypocrisy in that. She said, "Oh, if you're not rich enough, educated enough, right? So you can't get Western women." Hear that? If you're not rich enough, you can't get Western women. So, and that's the qualification. If you're not rich enough, if you're not at a certain status, you can't get Western women. So you go to another country where same thing, right? The men around her is not richer than you. So you go to another country where you are actually rich enough. You have enough money to provide for this woman. But that's a no for her, right? That's a no. That's like you are inferior. That's where she has low. It's like I said this I said this before. It don't matter where you go. Women are the same. Just the levels are different. So why would I chastise the man that makes, let's say, 50K, 60K in America? He makes 50, 60K in America. It's average. But women like this shit will look down on you. Okay, fine. She don't want you, cool. You go to another country where a woman that sees you as making 50, 60K and she values you. She sees you that, you know what? You actually make more than the men around her. So she values you. What is the fucking difference? What is the fucking difference when, because you don't make 6 figures in women like this eyes, she won't value you. Yet you go to another country and you do make what you make and that woman values you. So that makes her less than you because you're a Western woman. The absolute insanity and hypocrisy in that. Men know it. Men know it that wherever you go, women are the same in what they value. But the level of value is different. So in a woman's eyes, in let's say the Philippines, making 50, 60K in her eyes, American money, you're essentially a 6-figure man. So why would she value you? Why wouldn't that be fine? Because here's the thing. In this country, it's insane that every woman thinks that every man can make 6 figures. That is not how it works. That isn't how it works. Every man cannot make 6 figures.
worship the West in a way that they are definitely making more money than people in these people.
Yeah, Oren said it, right? She said everyone's allowed preferences. Yet already 6 minutes, she's just shitting on people that has preferences. She's shitting on people that, like, this is why you can tell who's the triggered one. This is why I don't listen to women. I'm sorry. When it comes to men and women dynamic, please never listen to a woman, because they're based their logic on emotions, how they feel, not on actual logic, not on actual viewable reality, not on something that makes sense.
Southeast Asia, for example. So of course, a Southeast Asian woman is going to respect you and love you even more, and give you all the attention and be all the submissive, beautiful girl, whatever, for you, because she automatically, this is the image of Western men in their mind. But as soon as you come back to Western countries, as soon as you come back to the United States of America or to Europe, you are automatically nobody. You know, you have to be really someone in these countries to be admired, okay? You have to be someone. But since you're not, this is why I go to these other countries. And this is why I go on the internet and spread hate about Western women, because they're...
Spread hate about Western women. Literally, this woman is calling men inferior. So no doubt men are hating you. Literally, in this video, you call men inferior. You call men nobodies. You call women of other countries less than you. Like women that accept lower standards. You literally are. It's like, God damn, these women. And then you wonder why men aren't jumping for joy to date women like this. You think men are jumping for joy?
Triggering you. They're triggering your inferiority. They're triggering your lack of money, your lack of confidence, your lack of masculinity. But you're not going to be triggered if you go to these other countries, because you're automatically a god. A true alpha does not care where he is, because he's gonna be able to get any woman. And what I've also noticed is that some of these passport bros, they just don't want to put any effort into the relationship. You know, in the West, you have to put effort, right? In the West, you have to actually make some money. You have to spend money to be with a woman. You have to really work to do that.
Make money and spend money in the West. Everywhere. Everywhere on this goddamn earth, maybe besides Alaska, you have to make money and spend money to be with women. Every fucking where. Even a woman in Colombia, even a woman in DR, even a woman in Africa, even a woman in Thailand, even a woman in Asia, you have to make money and spend money. This is the thing. I don't know the statistics, so forgive me, but I know the values. That there is in my opinion, only opinion, there's a lower chance that if you marry a woman in one of these kind of countries, in the countries where they actually value family, actually value marriage, where the value of marriage is actually important, the chances of her divorcing you isn't as high as marrying this kind of bitch. I'm pretty sure, because here's the thing: if you ain't making enough for this type of woman, she'll divorce you for an alpha.
But as soon as you go to these other countries, it's so simple for you to get admiration, to get any woman to treat her, because everything is cheap. So you're just somebody who is fucking lazy and does not want to put any effort into these women. Just want to get everything for free, because you know you're going to get that because you're someone in these countries, since you're no one in the West. So what about you just admit that you are just not having what it takes to be an alpha in the Western country, and this is why you're feeling so triggered by Western women, and you go to these other countries to make up for this trigger and to get a little bit of a hit of admiration, since you can't get that anywhere else. Influential and very rich men in the West. And let me tell you one thing, they like a good challenge, okay? They like to be able to get the best woman of the best. Doesn't mean she's gonna be masculine, but they just want to have a challenge, right? They don't want to get anybody easy like you can get in the Philippines or in Thailand or whatever, just because you're a white man.
Just call these women easy.
Or you're a Western man coming with Western money. Actual rich alpha male like a challenge. And the challenge doesn't have to have anything to do with her being masculine. Actual influential men want a woman on their shoulder that is a goddess. They do not want a woman that anybody can have. Like this woman, I'm not like, let me tell you one thing. I have been in Southeast Asia. These women are absolutely gorgeous. They are so caring. They're so feminine. I am not putting hate on them, but let's be honest.
Literally putting hate on them. It's like her whole video is hate. And this is the thing. It's like, I mean, this is the thing. I am slowly more and more giving up on Western women. I am. I'm like, I mean, I'm born and raised in the U.S., but this is like, I'm tired of a lot of these women, and I'm tired of how they view relationships, their low values. It's like they're so fixated on rich men, rich alpha men. Oh, great, cool. It's like, but guess what? These men will just use you and leave you, pump and dump you. You think you're so you think you're something special. You are a dime a dozen to these men. But no, let's promote that. Let's go for that. Cool. But I mean, for me, I'm gonna say she's below average. I say she's average. She's a definite 5, in my opinion. She's a 5. Her attitude, she's a 2. Her attitude just makes her whole persona a 2. So, Oren, this video is infuriating. It really is.
These women do not have requirements like the Western women do. Personally, with some of these women from Southeast Asia that have been dealing with Western men, and what they told me is just simply so sad. They told me that Western men come to these countries just to have low effort fun, and then they leave back into their Western countries, leaving a lot of these women pregnant. And if that is not the biggest loser...
Now here's the thing, right? The only thing I wanted to point out is that I hate, and in my opinion, I don't say these are or the passport bros. Here's my mindset. Here's my mindset when it comes to passport bros. I personally believe, wrong or not, my own personal opinion, is that passport bros, those men are the men that they want to find a woman where it's either a relationship or marriage. And I've seen these passport bros, right? They're content creators, all this stuff, where they actually want marriage. They actually want a woman to have a relationship with. That's my opinion. These passport bros, in my opinion, are men of a good standing that wants a woman that share in their values. He's not out there just trying to make a whole bunch of baby mamas, because you might as well just do it here. That's my opinion on what passport bros is. But the difference is there are shitty men in the world. It's like, I've said this before. Not every man is a good man. Not every woman is a good woman. And it's like, there are shitty people in every gender, race, every group you can name. There's shitty people in everything. And yes, I've heard the whole shittiness of men going over to other countries and impregnating women and just making baby mamas. I don't say those men are, I'm not calling these men passport bros. They're not in my eyes. I'm not saying these men are good men. Not in my eyes. Because these men are no different than the men here that do the same shit. Okay? There are plenty of shitty ass men here that's going around just making a whole bunch of baby mamas, not caring, not caring about raising their kids, not caring about actually forming relationships with a woman that they had children with. They're shitty men. I don't discredit that there are shitty men in this world. That's why I've said this before. This channel is not about that. I don't advocate for shitty men. I don't. I advocate for men that has some morality, that has some character, that has some principles, that has some standards and self-respect, right? That cares about how his seed is going in life.
Data move that there is in the world that I don't know what is. It's just really pathetic that some of these passport bros just do this because they cannot get the recognition in the West country, you know? They're automatically a god in Southeast Asia. In the West, they're nobody. So take a mirror and look into it and ask yourself, why are you a nobody in the West? Why do you have to go to get recognition into these other countries? It's just so sad to me, because a real man, doesn't matter where he is, he's going to get the admiration that he deserves anywhere in the world. And stop pointing fingers at Western women. I know Western women that have been the most feminist whatever when they meet the right man.
You'll be the most feminine when you meet the right man. Yeah, he's gonna flip that switch, because femininity is like an on and off switch. You're feminine one minute, you're masculine the next, right? Yeah, that's the thing. Imagine a man saying, "I'm masculine when I meet the right woman." That always makes sense. That always makes sense. I'm feminine until I meet the right woman. Only the right woman can turn me masculine. Yeah, that fucking makes sense. I swear to God. I swear to God. I'm not telling you guys what to do, but this is why I cannot listen to women. I can't. I really can't. It's like, and especially when it comes to men and women dynamics, I really can't, because they sound like idiots.
Actually someone, they can become the most loving, the most caring, the most submissive woman that there are. It takes the right man, but you're probably not the right man. You're probably lacking. That's why you go to these countries in Southeast Asia where you're automatically a god for just being from the West. So stop pointing fingers at Western women and point finger at yourself.
Here's the thing, right? I'm at the stage in my life where if I want to date a woman, I don't think man, I would be able to. I would be able to find a girlfriend right now if I really want to put the effort in. I have financially, I'm doing well. I don't my mindset. I don't give shit about, you know. I ain't nobody's doormat. But honestly, I don't want to deal with women right now. I don't. Because right now, women's ideology infuriates me. It really does. It's tiring. It's like, why do you want to handle this? Why do you want to handle this? Right now, in my opinion, right, the state of life I am, I want peace. I want peace. I don't want to handle a woman. I don't want to deal with chaos. I don't want to deal with drama. I don't want to deal with women's back fucking sass. I don't. I don't need. I don't. I don't need this in my ear. I really don't. So it's this is a thing where women sometimes misconstrue shit. There are men that it's not that they can't get a woman. It's that they don't want Western women because the values don't align. The personality doesn't work. Right? The mindset does not work. Because here's the thing. Even if I can make the money, even if I have the money, do I want to fucking deal with this? I don't. I don't want to turn a switch and then she's feminine. No. I don't want to deal with that shit.
So why are Western women triggering you? Why are they triggering you? Probably because you're lacking. There's men in the West who do get the recognition because they're somebodies. They have the money, they have the success, they have whatever it takes to be admired, but you don't have it. That's why you have to settle for going to these countries. And if you were at least genuine, there's people who are genuinely into other nationalities, Asians, Latinos, whatever. That's fine. But as I said at the beginning of the video, they would not be in the Passport Bro community bashing Western women. Because as soon as you bash someone, that means that this person or whatever it is that's triggering you, it has something to do with you. It's triggering you, okay? You are bashing Western women because they're triggering you. They're triggering your inadequacy in the West. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.
I swear to God. You know what? Any man that wants to, it's like, I really didn't want to review this, that thinks that this is a good watch, you deserve her calling you inferior. You really do. Absolutely insane. Yeah. I said my piece. What do you guys think?